Yep, your gait is very good.
Like I told other people, it's the closest thing I've ever had to have my legs back, you know?
Yep.
I can feel everything.
He's a world leader in his field, but was forced to flee his homeland.
I was confronted with a decision. Would I refuse and end up with a bullet in my head, or would I run away?
And detained in Australia.
I was stripped of my human identity.
Now, a twist in the tale.
As the plane was landing, I had this chill feeling. What have I done? I'm back to the place that I escaped from.
How many have we seen so far?
Tonight, 10 days in a Baghdad hospital.
I'll come and do that one and then come back and do that one. I can make her walk.
With a man transforming lives and bringing hope to a shattered country.
Happy, happy. Welcome to Baghdad. We're surrounded by armored vehicles and we have plenty of security with us, as you can see.
I'm on my way to the Ibn Sina Hospital in Baghdad's Green Zone with Dr. Munjed al-Muderis, one of Australia's foremost orthopaedic surgeons.
I received a phone call from a government official here asking me if I would be able to help. And I said, yes, I would be more than happy.
What have we seen so far?
Iraq has one of the largest number of amputees and disabled people due to the wars that Iraq went through and going through.
تمام خابرني قال لي كان كنعان قال الدكتور مدرس منجد وياك مستر كان سنة دكتور بالعراق قال أنا دا حاجك مستر عليك
اللي فوق
هذا زين من كلام دي الدكتور.
Over the next 10 days, Dr. al-Muderis and his team of volunteer staff will perform life-changing surgery here.
Okay, you compromise. He's standing on his fibula now. A fibula revascularizing in an area that's very poorly supplied. Your chance is Buckley's.
People have come from all over Iraq, pinning their hopes on the man they call Dr. Munjed.
They've been waiting for hours, and some of them have been waiting for days.
29-year-old Ali Bassam lost his leg more than 2 years ago when he volunteered to go to the front lines and fight against Islamic State.
شنو صار اللي عندك؟
والله يعني الإصابة طلقات. علي واصل.
ايش قد تمشي مسافة؟
يعني مو وايد تقريبا ربع ساعة يعني ركبة ما أقدر بعد أحرك.
In Iraq, amputees often use outdated prostheses, which can be painful and allow only limited mobility. Dr. Munjed specialises in a relatively new surgical technique called osseointegration.
Osseointegration surgery is a cutting-edge technology. It's, in simple terms, merging a human being with a machine. It's basically inserting a high tensile strength titanium implant directly into the bone and attaching it to a prosthetic limb through a small opening in the skin. In the upper limb, we rejig and reorganize the nerves and attach them to the robot as well. And the robot become functioning with mind control.
The legs which attach to the implant are smart limbs. Internal gyroscopes read the individual's body position and manner of walking. Compared to old-fashioned prosthetics, they allow amputees to walk almost normally. Over the next few days, a handful of Iraqis will be lucky enough to receive this new technology, thanks to Dr. Munjed. Ali hopes to be one of them.
ماشي يعني فكر بيها لا تعطيني جواب هسه اوكي ونبقى احنا نشوف لانه احنا ما لازم نشوف الاجراءات شلون راح نسويها اوكي ان شاء الله هلا بيك
Munjed was born in Baghdad into a well-to-do family and lived a comfortable life there.
The Iraq that I grew in was a country that had a law and order, had a system running. It was a dictatorship, but it was safe. It was peaceful as long as you do not interfere with Saddam Hussein and his party's business.
In 1999, the young doctor and his colleagues were suddenly faced with the brutality of Saddam Hussein's regime.
I was confronted with 3 busloads of army deserters escorted by Republican guards and Ba'ath Party members, and they ordered us to abandon the elective lists and start mutilating these army deserters by taking part of their ears off, and that's when things changed. The head of the department refused openly, and they took him outside to the car park and they put a bullet in his head. I was confronted with a decision: would I obey the commands and live with guilt for the rest of my life? Would I refuse and end up with a bullet in my head, or would I run away? And I decided to run away.
Munjed managed to get onto a boat and come to Australia via Christmas Island. He was taken to Western Australia's Curtin Detention Centre, where he was locked up for 10 months.
I was stripped of my human identity. I was marked with a permanent marker on my shoulder with the number 982, and I carried that name for the rest of the time that I spent in the detention centre. Curtin Detention Centre, in simple words, was hell on earth.
Accused of causing unrest, Munjed was put in solitary confinement for weeks. He used that time to study his medical anatomy book that he'd brought from Iraq.
So I read it from cover to cover several times. As soon as I was released, I sat my primary exams in surgery, and I passed first go, and I scored very high in anatomy. I was very motivated. I had a great deal of ambition. Well, I still have. And I was determined that I would succeed. I was released on the 26th of August 2000, and I received my first paycheck in the 1st of November 2000.
While Munjed was struggling to rebuild his life in Australia, Iraq was descending into war and chaos. Fertile ground for Islamic State to emerge and inflict its misery on a long-suffering Iraqi population. I'm on my way to meet Ali, the soldier we met earlier. He's just one of the tens of thousands of Iraqi casualties caused by ISIS. He lives on the outskirts of Baghdad.
يعني حصروني يعني صاروا داير ما يدورنا مال دواعش فبقينا تقريبا يومين محصورين يعني هالبداية آخر شيء رمانة آخر شيء مخزن مال إطلاقات يعني وهي العصابة مالتي دخلت تقريبا عليها 7 سيارات مفخخة انتحاريين.
When Ali lost his leg, his wife walked out on him. Ali suddenly became a single father to his young son, Hussein.
ما شافت نام مثل ما يقول بترت رجل اليوم وراحت يقول لي شوف باكر واحد ساعة عاد واحد هذا مجتمعنا العراقي. لو سلام واحسن لك. عاد مثل ما يقول تعالمنا تعرف العراقيين يعني مثل ما يقول مجتمع تعبان زين لا مو مثل ما يقول متطور مثل غيرنا ويشوف يقول مثل ما يقول هذا له حقوقه ولا هيك لا ماكو لا حقوق لا اي شيء كل شيء ماكو مثل ما يقول صوبت انبترت هاي بعد انشمرت مثل ما يقول حالك حال بالشارع بعد بالزباله مثل ما يقول ما حد لا لك دخل بواحد ولا شيء. السلام عليكم.
سبب هيك كيفك؟ كويس؟
كيفك؟
Hi Ali,
أهلا
how are
وسهلا
you?
بك.
Ali and Hussein now live with Ali's parents.
يظل يحتار يقول يا رجلك هاي لو هاي يا ولا اجيب لك اياها تكرمني من حال هاي. قلت له لا ابو هاي اليسرى اجيب لي اياها لان اليمنى هي اللي انبترت. ما ظل يبوع علي ويبكي يعني اصيح من ما يجيني البدايه. انه تعلم شوي شوي عليها. لين ايش بيك بابا؟
Hussein's excited at the prospect of his dad receiving the new robotic leg and walking normally again.
What do you think? Yeah, كويس؟
خابروني قالوا يا بحصة الموافقة وان شاء الله باكر انت تروح المستشفى. زين وان شاء الله يشد الطرف ويسوي العملية. يعني فرحت فرحة حيل قوية. الحمد لله والشكر. ها سويت العملية؟ الحمد لله السلامة عليكم. شلونك؟
شلونك؟ شلون الصحة؟ مشتاقين عمرك، شلون الصحة؟
Waiting patiently to see Dr. Munjed is 18-year-old Amane.
When was the explosion?
2009.
Amane was just 10 years old when a heater fell on her and she was badly burnt.
قالوا لازم نبتر رجليها لأن إذا ما بترناها تموت البنية فبتروا رجليها اثنيناتهن. ظليت هنا عندهم الأمريكان يعني 9 أشهر.
حاولتي إنه تلبسين مفصل؟
حاولت بس
ما ينجح؟
بعد أنا بنية مو ولد وأقول ولد عادية يطلع وما عاد ما حد يقيده أو يضوجه فأنا بنية. يمكن أنا هسه كرسي لا أقدر أتحرك أنا أقدر أحركه.
سوي
Amane has done her best to challenge the stereotypes here. She's a committed para-athlete representing Iraq in the javelin.
الإمارات حصلت مركز الثاني بطولة آسيا ماليزيا حصلت 3 ميداليات ذهب.
Munjed says he can help Amane's dream come true.
تريدين تسوي؟
أريد أمشي.
تمشي وتجيب إنجاز إلهم هم يعني إنجاز للعراق كله بصورة عامة.
Yeah. I can make her walk. See how شوفي شلون يمشي؟
يعني ويانا أمنيتي هي ناس تستنى هذا الشيء.
But at this stage, the Iraqi government is prioritising treatment for injured soldiers, not civilians like Amane. They won't pay for her to receive robotic legs.
If we do osseointegration for her, she will walk, for sure. She has very high chance that she will be very high-performing amputee. But the problem is the limiting factor is money. So I'm happy to provide her the surgery for free, but she needs to buy the prosthesis and she needs to buy the implants.
So what's she looking at?
$100,000. That's cost price.
كم سنة أنا صار لي؟ 9 سنوات. لحد البارحة من قالوا لي بالخبر. أصلاً حتى أكل ما أكلت من بحل اليوم.
ماشي يعني نبقى احنا على اتصال نشوف شلون، اوكي؟ يا اهلا وسهلا نبيك. اوكي؟ حبيبي هلا بيك. اهلا وسهلا مع السلامة.
مبلغ ما عندي. نسوي هذه العملية وهي كانت أمنيتي.
Ultimately, everybody deserves to be treated equally. Ultimately, there is no difference between Iraqis, civilians, military, whatever. They are patients. And it's my job to treat people according to their need. And it's my job to make that happen. On the ground, this may not be the case.
22-year-old Gadban from Mosul is another civilian who desperately wants Munjed's help.
حرك لي ايدك هذه. ارفع لفوق ارفع لفوق. اوكي.
He lost both legs after he was hit by a mortar when walking to college.
قلت مدد سحبت اللخم هاشم وقبل أمي طلعت علي. أمي طلعت علي نقذتني. أمي تعرف ببهدة. قلت له ما أموت ولا أشيل رجلي. طلعوا على أمي المترجم طلع على أمي قال حياته لو رجلي. أمي قبل داخت وقعت.
تلبس طرف؟ عندك طرف؟ No. No, he doesn't.
Gadban found out about Munjed after trawling the internet and seeing videos of patients walking with their new legs.
شخص راح يخليني أمشي بأحسن صورة، يعني هو تقريبا أحسن صورة بالعالم هو يعني يمشي يعني طبيعي وهاي الشيء. عاداني كيفت فد مرة حتى بذيك الليلة يعني ما نمت من الفرق.
Like Amane, Gadban will have to pay for this new technology himself. His mum, Amira, sold their family home to do it.
يعني ما أريد يقضي حياته هالشكل مع العربانة زحمة. أنا أريد أسعد أولادي. يعني أنا بالنسبة لي الحياة انتهت، حياتي الولدي.
For Gadban, this surgery is the chance to try and live a normal life.
أنا أحب بنت ويعني وصلت أخطبها وأنا يعني تحررنا من داعش. أنا انضربت يعني يومها تدريب حبل يعني قالت لا هذا الولد يعني أهله قالوا ما يصير قال راح تدفعي بالعربانة وراح يعني على كبر يتعبش بعد يعني الرجل يعني تعوق بعد ويعني أنا تألمت حيل يعني أنا ضربتي كلها بكوم ولا هاي تألمت فيها فد مرة يعني قالت إذا أنت راح ترجع تمشي نفس قبل وهذه يعني بتشي أمي توافق يعني تمشي طبيعي هذه تشتغل هذه.
Even though Gadban's family has organised the money, there's another problem. The Iraqi authorities haven't given Munjed permission yet to operate on civilians.
What's happening here?
Well, we still haven't got the authorization from the government to go ahead with the civilians so far. So they're frustrated, and I don't have any answers. And we're still waiting.
What's the holdup?
I don't know.
For now, all they can do is wait and pray. Today's the day our first patient, ex-soldier Ali, will receive his implant. He's the first person in Iraq to do so.
Yeah, حبيبي هلا بيك. I had to ask him whether he's ready to go ahead. Does he understand the risks, and is he happy to take that task of having the surgery? And he said, yeah, he's ready. Having this surgery in Iraq, in a country that's regarded as a developing country, is a landmark.
Ali is just one of a dozen people Munjed will operate on today, and there's plenty more surgeries ahead.
I need a wire. Have you got the wire?
People do have good skills here. They're very well educated and they're very well motivated.
So this is very critical. You need to be in the middle. Okay, that's good. So this is the implant. Okay, you can take photos of it. Is he behaving? Is he good? Is his lungs okay?
That's what you mean.
It's already rotationally stable. Okay. Size 1 dual cone open, for God's sake. Yep.
Many of Dr. Munjed's key staff in Sydney volunteered to be part of this special mission.
Have you got the next patient?
Simi Masuku is his chief surgical nurse.
Simi, tell us, how did that all go? I think that went well, actually, for the first case. Kind of like didn't know what to expect and having to modify a few things to make it work for where we are. It went perfect well. I think perfect patient for the first case.
New patients keep arriving.
Rush out, everyone come to hospital seeking for Dr. Munjed help.
31-year-old Mohammed has just come from Basra. In January, he was in a unit fighting ISIS when his vehicle struck an IED, shattering both of his lower legs. After 6 operations, they still haven't healed.
شوفي هذا أبيض كلش بينما هذا مو أبيض رمادي لما يصير العظم أبيض معناه الميت مع العظم مات.
Every time I look at an image, I couldn't stop hiding my shock to the severity and the complexity of the injuries that these people have. And unanimously, every single member in my team, the minute they look at an image, they say, "Oh my God, what are we going to do with this?"
Munjed has some bad news for the father of 4.
أحد قال لك شنو ممكن أنه يصير بالرجل؟ لازم أكو أحد قال لك لازم. هاي الرجل نقدر نصلحها، بس هاي الرجل ما حد يقدر يصلحها. ماكو أحد بالعالم يقدر يصلحها.
والله بعد شو يسوي بعد يعني الحمد لله والشكر ما أقول يعني. وما يعني حتى لو يكترها ما عندي يعني أي إشكال به.
Yeah, so we'll do the right side. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gadban and Amira continue to wait.
قلت له ها دكتور قال لي ما عندي أي كلام يعني ما شغلة ما بيدي يقول بس على إنه يوافقون أنا أشتغل ابنك يقول لو يوافقون.
But Munjed has been working behind the scenes to get things moving. Amira's persistence is paying off.
هسه طينا الاسم مال ابنك والاسم مال محمد الرئيس الوزراء. هسه من مجلس رئيس الوزراء الجماعه هنا هذول الاثنين اللي تشوفيهم ياخذون الاسامي ويروحون جايين مخصوص على مودكم انتم اثنين.
يا الله زين نبقى مشكورين
بس تلحقيني بالممر.
This is Mohammed, one of the Prime Minister's advisors. There's only a few days left before Munjed has to leave, and Amira is getting desperate.
لأن شنو أقول الوقت دا يمضي وأيام دكتور منجد قليلة وبس أخاف لأنه يروح وما يسوي عملية ابني.
السلام عليكم شلونك عيني؟ شلونك زين؟
What are we gonna do? بس دول الاثنين جاهزين بس مجرد اسوي لهم عمليه وكل اللي اريده بس يدخلوني ادخلهم من هنا للطابق الفوق.
The advisors promised to try to get the Prime Minister to approve the surgery for civilians.
The priority is for army, so I would like to help these civilians to maybe do surgery for them. That mom's, she broke our heart. Everyone, her story, they barely cried. So I guess he will help us. I hope.
Hopefully all good, fingers crossed. I don't know how to say that in Arabic, but Inshallah. Yeah, yes.
Munjed and his team have been performing over a dozen surgeries a day, trying to help as many people as they can before they go.
Dr. Munjed now has 3 operating theatres on the go at once. His team has been working 17-hour-long days, and already Dr. Munjed has performed more osseointegration surgery here in Iraq than he has performed in all of the United States.
It's 3 minutes to midnight, and we're just finishing our 8th case, and hopefully home soon.
He's a machine. We never catch him. No one here in the operating room never catch him. No patient, anesthesia, really. We can't. Even the instrument, we can't. He is running from a room to another room, really. He's a machine. Everyone here is exhausted and he still works, really. I am impressed.
Despite their busy schedule, the team has to stop operating for a day. An invitation has come from the most powerful religious leader in Iraq, Grand Ayatollah Ali al-Sistani. We are heading to the southern cities of Najaf and Karbala. These roads are much safer than they used to be, but there's still a risk of attack. An armed escort accompanies our convoy.
No, don't fold it. Don't fold it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, just be careful. It's not. ما تقصر عوض.
We're visiting the Imam Ali Mosque, one of the holiest sites for Shiite Muslims.
And this is the Imam? That's Imam Ali Holy Shrine. All this area is for Imam Ali Shrine. From this way, started the grave of Najaf.
Next to the shrine is Wadi al-Salam, believed to be the world's largest cemetery. Munjed was born Sunni. These days, he's an atheist.
I grew up in Iraq. We never knew who was Sunni, who was Shiite, who was Kurd, who was Christian. Nobody cared. Everybody was looked at being an Iraqi.
The team is granted an audience with Ayatollah Sistani's second in charge.
بس الأعضاء ذكية مو نزرع طرف بشري فهذا الطرف الذكي اللي هو يتحرك من روبوت زين فهذا الطرف
هذه
مبتورة من فوق الكتف.
The religious leaders in the country are supporters of this project, including Ayatollah Sistani and his deputy.
والله لا خدمتكم ممنونين ان شاء الله تجونا تشوفونا ان شاء الله احنا راح نتولى ان شاء الله استضافتكم ممنونين بكل البلد مو بس
They gave their blessing for the project. Iraqis have a great deal of respect toward these figures.
The next morning, Munjed comes to check on Ali, his first implant patient.
شلون الصحة؟ هلا بيك. شوف رجلك. سوينا لك عملية لو لا؟ طلعت شو مخطيها؟ نعم. اكو ألم؟
لا.
أنت سبع. أنت بطل صنديد. كل عملية ما تأذيك؟
لا.
تأذيك؟ شوف. اكو ألم؟ يلا.
يعني ما مصدق هسه انفتحها وظل يدق عليها وهاي. يعني هذا مثل ما يقولون تطور وشيء زين. ما حسيت فيها لا بالوجع ولا بشيء. هاي الحمد لله.
Ali's father and his son Hussein arrive to see how he's going.
وهسه شنو عندنا شنو؟
طرف غير طرف داخل راح يصير.
Finally, some good news for young college student Gadban and his mum. The Prime Minister has approved the surgery for civilians.
Patient is a patient, whether they are military or civilian. To me, patient is a patient.
فرحانة أنا أشكركم كلتكم اي والله
دكتور منجد
اي دكتور منجد اي كلتكم ساعدتمني كلتكم قدمتم لي المساعده يعني ما عاد اتحمل الفرحه
حاجز الالم اللي عندي وكانت خيبه واعي مكيف فد مره الحمد لله والشكر ان شاء الله راح اسويها وانا عندي يعني راح امشي صار عندي امل بالحياه يعني راح ارجع امشي وامارس حياتي وامشي وهذه وادرس وهذه
I can't claim that I'm a machine. I try to be non-emotional and I try to separate feelings from my work and try to be as pragmatic as possible, but sometimes it does get into you. Seeing the number of people that are desperate, but what do? I just try to do as much as I can and set an example for people to follow and hope that things will pick up.
It's been a big week.
It has.
What's the biggest thing you've learned?
Human beings deserve to live better. And people here are sick of fighting. They just want to move on with their life.
So if you get going with him quickly, because this one I'll finish it, I'll come and do that one and then come back and do that one.
I'm not in the business of building fighters. I'm in the business of giving people their mobility back, to go back to their families and feed their kids. I hope that the money that they spend on weapons will eventually be spent on building hospitals, schools, improving the life standards of their own people.
Gadban's surgery has gone well. Munjed and his team go home to Australia today, but they will return to Iraq soon.
Oh, it's been hectic, man. I'm so tired. Long hours every day, you know, doing as much as we can before we leave. So it's been pretty emotional. Some of the cases, it's been tough. Nothing that I've experienced in Australia.
They have performed more than 50 surgeries in their time here.
Hello. Good. Shbik, my job is done. Their job and your job starts.
Lifting. Up. Yes, and down. Up again.
The patients who received an implant, all going well, will have their new robotic legs attached when Dr. Munjed returns.
20 minutes, okay?
Thanks again.
It's been nearly 3 months since Dr. Munjed and the team were in Baghdad. And now he's back.
Where are we going?
And with him this time is a prostheses expert, Bogdan Dimitriou.
It has to be shorter.
Short?
Yeah. Now we play Lego like kids. Now it's the funny side.
Everyone's excited to try and walk.
والله فرحان كلش. He's so happy. بس يكملوها بقوم أرقص.
Yeah. Make balance 30 times. 3-0. Yeah. Okay. Try to breathe. I want to be. Take my hand. Okay. Make the first step. Easy. Easy. Look at me.
راح انجلط من الفرحة.
Control your body. Feel your position in space.
It's like learning to walk all over again.
Stop. Feel.
Ex-soldier Ali has spent the last few months building up muscle around his implant. He's hoping to have his new leg fitted today.
كل زين ممتازة مدها كل زين تقدر تركبها اليوم looks perfect looks absolutely perfect
إن شاء الله عندي إرادة وإن شاء الله رجال.
Yes, I'm doing the alignment. That means that I try as much as possible to fit the patient biomechanically. This alignment helps him to walk easier without pain. If I don't make the alignment, he will stumble.
No. أتناك شوية. زين هو أهم شيء التوازن هسه واقف على حيل. أوكي. موجود يا مو.
دخل بالفندق باشر
باك.
شوف تبع استاذ علي.
Forward.
لا والله
ايش تحس هسه انت؟ تحس رجلك؟ تقدر تمشي؟ ها؟ اكو ألم؟
شوية.
وين الألم؟ بالركبة. Yeah, he has pain only in his knee. Yeah, that's good. ارجع مرة ثانية. And he can feel the ground, and it's amazing. I'm astonished to the way these people healed, and as the wound is amazing. It is extremely rewarding. I can't put words to it. The joy that I have is enormous because who would expect that such number of people who have been devastated with such injuries and end up walking again, getting their mobility back.
Ali's son Hussein loves his dad's new leg.
هسه بهذا أحسن له بالعكازات لما كنت تمشي.
أحسن بهذا.
أي قوم شكرا دكتور منجد المدرس.
شكرا دكتور منجد. شد هذا الطرف الباب.
Now his dad is more mobile, Hussein has a long to-do list.
شلون الزور أنا مستعمل كذي؟
فكرت.
وبعد.
There's one more person who Munjed has asked to return to the hospital. Amane, the para-athlete who didn't have the money to do the surgery last time. She's waiting to see if Dr. Munjed has any news for her.
Yeah, we have one Siam. I'm trying to negotiate for a second one.
What do you want for
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. نسوي شيء هالعملية إن شاء الله. Okay. Okay. إذا ما حد وافق إحنا نسوي شيء. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Munjed is going to make Amane walk. He says he'll pay for her legs himself.
صار.
سلطان اطفال
خليك قريبه بس اوكي
باقي واحد قصه
I think she has everything. We've done everything.
أنا عندي ثقة عالية بدكتور، ثقتي عالية كل شوي، إنه راح يسوي لي عمليته ويخليني أمشي.
بالبداية احنا جينا بذيك الفترة، طبعا كان بدنا أمل كلش قوي. يعني صارت انكسارة بيها، وبعدين الحمد لله والشكر يعني عندي أنا إيمان وأمل دكتور منجد، يعني عندي شعور يعني ما ينوصف، شعور كلش قوي.
أقدر راح تنجح العملية وأرجع لين أنا أمشي. كانت أمنيتهم إن أنا أمشي ويشوفون طولي.
The young college student Gadban from Mosul is due to receive his new legs and be walking by the end of December.
Zaid Hamid. Hamid. H-A-M-I-D.
Dr. Munjed and his team are going to spend the next several weeks in Iraq, working just as hard as they did last time. Despite Munjed's commitment to Iraq and the demand for his services around the world, Australia is home.
I'm very grateful to Australia. I never feel complacent and I never take things for granted, because the way I lived in Iraq, which is sad, I never get the chance to feel comfortable. I'm very grateful that my kids do not share the same feelings that I have. They're so happy with the way they are, and I wish that they live all their life not having the same fear, not having the same feelings that I do, because it's not a comfortable feeling. I lived all my life with one eye open, and I think this will not change.
Stop. How is it?
It's